At the time of recruitment of the police service, there was an indication, there was a circular that anybody who has a degree and enters into the police service automatically is promoted to a cadet police officer, gets the salary and the rank of a police officer. Many of our clients took loans to start pursuing their degrees, and once they got their degrees, they were allowed to receive the emoluments or the salaries of graduate police cadet inspectors. Suddenly, without notice, without any reason, the National Police Service Commission decided to recruit directly from the public graduates to join in. Then they deducted the salaries of those who have been in service. The National Police Service has now done the worst by reducing them, demoting them to constables, and deducting their salaries, which is contrary to the International Labour Organization Convention and other labor laws. So we filed that matter so that they can be reinstated back to their officer.
Essentially, as a fair labor practice, employer ought, not only an employer, any public body ought to offer any person to be affected with adequate notice, right to be heard when a provision of the law is to be affected to their detriment. What we are facing now is a situation where the employer, being the National Police Service Commission, has reduced the salary of graduate officers who were employed in the year 2014, having graduated and undertaken all the trainings that were required. So this reduction was done without any notification, without any hearing on how it's going to affect them, and they just saw it on their payslip. So these are decisions that is beyond the provisions, the constitutional protection, and the constitutional and the labor provisions on the fair treatment by the employer.
There was a promise that indeed upon the employment of the constable police officers who had degrees, then their salaries will be commensurate or will be equal or will pair in comparison with that of an inspector of police. So those were the initial employment terms that were given or issued to these constable police officers who had degrees and who, due to this promise, volunteered themselves to be rained on at night when all of us are asleep, to protect us when we are at the risk of danger, all in the name of enjoying at the end of it all a salary that is commensurate to that of an inspector of police. However, in very unexplained turn of events, the National Police Service reviewed their salaries downwards without notice, without any alert to that effect that they were going to reduce their salaries this year. And that is what has prompted us, in the interest of these individual police officers and in the larger interest of police officers who, upon graduating and attaining a degree, sought to be employed as constables and to enjoy these salaries. These people, the effect of what we are seeing right now is a government that is not keen on respecting the labor laws or the labor principles that are there as per the Constitution.